Hi, I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times on Monday, January 26th. The legislature gets serious this week, and I think money will be the first topic of discussion. Governor Asa Hutchinson will reveal his budget tomorrow. In the meanwhile, the House is going to decide very quickly what it's going to do about his income tax cut bill. We learned today that there's some resistance in the House, particularly from Republicans, who'd like to hang on to the 2013 capital gains tax cut, which the governor's proposed repealing so that he can provide enough money to pay for a middle income tax cut and also pay for other government services. I think that's going to be an interesting fight. House Democrats are in the minority, but they're also reluctant to move ahead on the tax cut bill until they see how the governor plans to spend what money he does have. They have some areas they might like to protect that he might have a different view on. There's another interesting debate shaping up in the legislature. Representative Deborah Ferguson today filed a bill to allow and encourage more telemedicine in Arkansas. It's a great way to get doctors into rural areas that don't have specialists to overcome weather obstacles, for example. It's interesting that this happens at a time Arkansas Business wrote an interesting story this week about the difficulty of telemedicine operations from out of state operating in Arkansas. Dr. Ferguson's bill would allow only Arkansas licensed physicians, but I think you can see this is a growing field that has a lot of controversy. The governor himself talked about the need for more telemedicine in Arkansas as a cheaper way of serving rural areas and helping rural people. Interestingly enough, there's yet one more telemedicine bill, and that's the bill by anti-abortion members of the legislature to prohibit telemedicine in the case of abortion practice. And by the way, telemedicine on abortion amounts to a doctor giving a woman a pill in the first 9 weeks of pregnancy that eventually produces a miscarriage. One piece of good news out of the legislature this week, Senator Jonathan Dismang, the president of the Senate, says that there's going to be audio live streaming of Senate debate beginning sometime this week. Until now, only the House has had live streaming. The Senate's ready to tiptoe into the 21st century. We won't have TV yet. Perhaps that's to come. No committees yet, but at least Senate floor debate can be heard. Elsewhere in Little Rock, Greg Adams, the president of the Little Rock School Board, is fighting mightily to preserve the Little Rock School District. The State Board of Education will vote Wednesday on whether to take the district over. There's an immense lobbying push from the business community, nearly all white, I might say. There are not many black people on that side that want to see the district taken over. I think this is going to leave a bad feeling, however it turns out. Some other quick headlines. Baxter County is going to fight to the death to keep its nativity scene on its county courthouse and keep off a little banner that says Happy Solstice from Humanists. They have one God in Baxter County, and it's the Christian one. Elsewhere, the Little Rock Police Department said that they're looking into the matter of a member of the Little Rock Police Force who used a gay epithet in a Facebook page post. She was just talking about a football team and used a gay epithet as a derogatory term about another football team, but it's still something a cop shouldn't do, at least in public. Get by 2nd and Main Street in Little Rock and you'll see a 12-foot soaring structure that signifies peace. It's 2nd and Main. It's supposed to be the anchor of the Little Rock's new creative corridor. We're tracking a report of how some research material, radioactive uranium at the University of Arkansas, found its way into a private home. Don't know if it was a great health danger, but it's kind of unusual. And finally, an interesting study out today tells you how much it takes to be a 1%er in every state in the U.S. That is, how much income do you have to be in the top 1%. Arkansas has the lowest level of any state. You only have to make only $228,000 to be a 1%er in Arkansas. That's good or bad news depending on how you look at it. Of course, it means we're pretty poor overall. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back tomorrow.